Buongiorno. Today I am finally showing you my perfume collection. I am in the process of Konmaring my whole house, and today I am going through my fragrance collection. So it's an opportunity not only to show you my current collection, but also to show you if I apply the Konmari method on my fragrances, how many will I keep and which one. I find this process quite interesting and it reveals a lot for me, because when I go through a very deep process of what I really love, not like love, it makes me also a better consumer in the future, because I realize what I really like and what I don't. I gathered all my fragrances. They are here in boxes on the floor. I will show them to you in a second. And I did that a couple of days ago on purpose, because I don't want to think while I am taking the fragrances out, which one will I keep and which one will I not. I want to think about it only now. So if you are not familiar with the Konmari method, it's practically a way of decluttering your house and your life. And with that process, not only you will remove the declutter of your house, but also of your mind, which makes you see things clearer, and you know what you want and what you don't want, what you love and what you don't love. And it may seem like something simple, and of course I know what I love, but going through that process, you will be surprised. So the principle of decluttering anything in the Konmari method is if it sparks joy. So if you hold that item, you feel happy. It really sparks joy in your heart. And she recommends starting with clothes. So I did that already. I did my clothes, my shoes, my bags, my accessories, which I filmed in a video, and I'm not sure if I'm going to upload it or not. Anyway, when you first do the Konmari method, it's not always easy to really understand what she means by sparkling joy. It's only after practicing actually that it becomes natural to you. And to me, it's quite easy, I would think, if I would apply it to fragrances. So first of all, now I am going to spread all the fragrances on the bed and then go through each one and decide if it sparks joy, so it will stay in my collection, or if it doesn't, so it will be decluttered. Now, a big disclaimer here. Yes, you will see me probably declutter so many fragrances, but I will not actually remove them from my collection. And the reason why, although fragrances are something very personal to me, I also need them for reviews for YouTube. So I will do another video where I show you what I really decluttered at the end and the fragrances that I kept, and maybe I will do a tour of my final collection. My expectations, as I said, is to get rid of so many fragrances, whether it's the Konmari method or not. This is what I expect. I did not count my fragrances, so I don't know how many I have. This will be quite interesting. I think I have around 200. So let's see if my expectations were true or not. So let me show you my fragrances first. So here are all the fragrances. I took everything. So I went through my purses, bathroom, everywhere. These are everything. Of course, this does not include my decants. I have some travel size fragrances here, but I didn't include the decants on purpose, because to me, they are part of what I am doing now on YouTube. So it's almost like work category for me. So they don't necessarily have to spark joy, if you know what I mean. So now I will remove everything and I will put them on the bed. And first of all, I will count how many fragrances I have. And I'm a little bit nervous, I have to admit. And then I will go through them, as I said, one by one and see which one sparks joy and which one will not. I will share with you then the final results and then go again on a second declutter where I do my realistic declutter, let's say, as a YouTuber. So the fragrances that I will keep, even if they don't spark joy, they may be fragrances that I like, or fragrances that I find quite practical. So they don't necessarily spark joy, but I don't know, like for after the shower fragrances. And so, or also fragrances that I need for future reviews or comparison videos. I'm so excited. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but yeah. So let's jump in. Total collection. Still, I did not count them, but I did categorize them by brand. So let's start here from the upper corner. Here I have the only errand that I have, hibiscus palm. Then I have the acqua di Parma, so vaniglia, iris nobile, my blue Mediterraneo, so arancia di Capri, mirto di Panarea, mandorlo di Sicilia e fico di Amalfi. Then I have Atelier Cologne. I have only small size fragrances. I actually have 2 big bottles of 2 new fragrances from Atelier Cologne, but they are still in a box for summer fragrances that I am going to do a haul on. So yes, there is another box full of fragrances for an upcoming haul. So we have Orange Sanguine. This is the new one, Bohemian Orange Blossom, Lemon Island, and Osmanthus. I love Osmanthus. Then I have Juliet Has a Gun, Vanilla Vibes, Moscow Mule, and Not a Perfume Superdose, my 2 Parfum de Mali, Wajan Cassili. Then here I have my Armani fragrances. The only designer one that I have is the Passione Eclat, which I did a review on. Then I have the Privé line, because I definitely prefer the Privé line. So I have Queer Amethyst, Ambre Eccentrico, Musc Chamel, Emir Imperial, Rouge Malachite, Bleu Turquoise, Vert Malachite, Pivot Suzu I have 2, Jasmin Cosamuno. Then I have, let's continue. And yeah, I have a travel size of Vetiver d'Hiver. The only amouage that I have is Amouage Honor, and also from Nobile 1942 I have Danza delle Libellule. Here I have my memos, so I have 3 big bottles, Shams Oud, French Leather, and Winter Palace. Then I have La Libella, Inlay, and African Leather. Also from Atelier, there's only one, Rouge Starai. Serge Luton, I have here Féminine de Pois as a fragrance, and this is Chergui, but as a hair perfume. I have also a travel size of Ambre Sultan. Then this is from the private collection from Lalique. This is Illusion Captive. This line comes in the most elaborate packaging you can imagine. It's even more luxurious than a lot of niche brands. Then I have Swiss Arabian Casablanca. I will return again to the corner, so I have all the niche together. Then I have 2 Jean Malones. This is Wood Sage and Sea Salt, and this is Lime, Basil, and Mandarin. The only initio that I have is Blessed Baraka. Then I have Jean Paul Gaultier. So this is Le Beau, Le Mal Le Parfum, La Belle Le Parfum, Scandale à Paris, Scandale by Night. I have my 2 Pradas, Prada La Femme Intense. Then we have Guerlain. And surprisingly, I don't have a lot of Guerlain fragrances. So I have here Terracotta, Santal Regal, Homme Ideal Extreme, and Homme Ideal Cologne. Then 2 from the Acqua di Liguria line. This is Passiflora and Mandarin Basilic. And here I have La Petite Robe Noire Eau de Toilette. Just above, I have here the Tom Fords. So this is Eau de Soleil Blanc, Fleur de Portofino, Tom Ford Noir Extreme, and Noir pour Femme. This is travel size of Noir Extreme, and 2 travel size fragrances. Okay, now I have all the combs together. So from like the regular line, I have the new La Nuit Tresor Intense and La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. Then from the private collection, I have quite a lot. This is Figue Agrumes, Magnolia Rosé, Roses Perberanza, Oud Bouquet, Rose Pionia, Pivot Printemps, and Jasmine's Marzipan. Then I have my Chanel's. This is Chanel number 5, Coco Mademoiselle, Coco Noir, the Coco Eau de Parfum. But I also this one, but this is the vintage one. Then I have Chanel Gabrielle, and from the private collection Chanel Gardenia. And I have my 2 chants here, so Eau Fraiche and Eau Tendre, Eau de Toilette. Then let's go to Dior, and definitely I have a lot of Dior. So we have Poison Girl, Pure Poison, J'adore Infinissime. Then from the private collection, I have Gris Dior, Vanilla Diorama, Eden Rock, Jasmin des Anges, Fave Delicieuse, and Taupe Color. I have a buying guide on the private collection of Dior, so I will leave it in the description down below. Let's move to Givenchy. So I have here L'Interdit Rouge, L'Interdit Nocturnal Jasmine. I have a review on this one. Again, you will find it in the description down below. And the Eau de Parfum. I have 2 of the Irresistible line. The Eau de Parfum, the original one. Then I have the Eau Fraiche. Also, I did a review on this one, so check it in the description down below. And I have Live Irresistible Blossom Crush. From Bulgari, I have only 3 fragrances. This is Acqua Divina. This is from the Allegra line, Magnifying Bergamot. And this is Omnia Coral. Now let's move to Narciso, and I have quite a lot. So I have both the flankers. So I have Narciso Ambré and the flanker, Oneroli Ambré, Narciso Poudré, then Pure Musc, Musc Noir, and Musc Noir Rose. Also this one I have a review on, so check the description down below. We have Roberto Cavalli, Nero Assoluto, the original Eau de Parfum. Then I have Roberto Cavalli Paradiso Azzurro. Let's move here. I have my two Burberrys. This is Burberry Black and Burberry Blush. 2 from the discontinued Kilian, Boys and Princess. The only Cartiers that I have is Cartier Carat. And the only Easy Miyake fragrance that I have is A Drop Easy. Then let's move to Trussardi. I have 3. So this is Trussardi Sound of Donna. This is Trussardi Uomo the Red. It's actually a men fragrance, but it's totally unisex. Then you have Trussardi Donna Eau de Parfum. We have then Gucci. So we have Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum and Gucci Guilty Intense Parfum. This one I have a review on. Also check the description. Then Gucci Flora Eau de Toilette. From Yves Saint Laurent, I have only 2. Yves Saint Laurent Cinema and Libre Eau de Toilette. Then from Azzarro, I have 2. This is Mademoiselle Eau Très Floral, and this is Wanted by Night, Girl Wanted by Night. I have only 1 Mont Blanc fragrance. This is Mont Blanc Signature, and Valentino also I have only 1, and this is Born in Roma. From Michael Kors, I have 3. This is Sparkling Blush, then the original Wanderlust, and this is Wanderlust Au Voyage. Let's go to Chloe here. So we have all the Nomade line. Again, I have a buying guide on the Nomade line. So this is the Eau de Toilette, the Absolute, the Eau de Parfum, and the new Naturelle. And also I have the new Chloe Eau de Parfum Naturelle. Also I have a review on this one. Then I have my two very good girls. This is the original one. This is Glam. I think by the time that I will upload this video, I will have also a review on this one. So check it in the description down below. My three Kayalis. So this is Kayari Invite Only, Vanilla, and Sweet Diamond. Now let's move to Dolce & Gabbana. I was actually surprised that I have so many Dolce & Gabbana fragrances. So I have three from the Dolce line. This is Peony, Rosa Excelsia, and Garden. Two light blues. This is the Intense, and this is the Forever that came out last year. Then I have Dolce & Gabbana, the One Gold, and this is the original, the One. I have two Versace. This is a Bright Crystal Absolute and Dylan Blue. Then I have three Herbolario fragrances, Camellia, Mijares, and Sfumature d'Italia. Three travel sizes from Maison Margiela Replica line. This is Coffee Break, Matcha Meditation, and Bubble Bath. Two of Zara fragrances, Vetiver Pamplemousse and Cerise Peony. And this is a travel size of gold. And this one is Gardenia. Two from Mandarina Duck. So let's travel to New York and let's travel to Miami. Elizabeth Arden, Green Tea. Two flankers. I have the tropical and the pomegranate. Then L'Envant Eclat de Fleur. Bellagio, from Salvatore Ferragamo, Amo Ferragamo per lei, and from Hermès, the only Hermès that I have is L'Ambre de Merveille. Only Victor Rolf that I have is actually a masculine fragrance. This is Spice Bomb Infrared. Then Rocha Besance, Moschino, I Love Love, Shiseido Zen, Hugo Boss, Deep Red, Calvin Klein, Into You, Lalique Amethyst, Mugler, Alien, Flora Futura, or how it's called. I think it's called Flora Futura, Elisable Parfum, and then from Mercedes-Benz, I don't remember the name, I think it's Black. Anyway, so here are all the fragrances. So if I exclude the travel size fragrances, I have 164 fragrances. And if I include also the travel size, then I have 180 fragrances. So not 200 as I thought. Probably if I count the fragrances that I have in the box for an upcoming haul, they will definitely arrive to 200. But anyway, definitely no one ever needs so many fragrances. So now I am going to Konmari them, and that is again deciding if this fragrance sparks joy or not. So this will be literally my selection of fragrances for life. I think I will have 12 or 15 fragrances. I also think it's going to be quite easy and quite quick. So to concentrate on myself, I am not going to speak. I will just pick up the fragrances that I really consider as the ones that spark joy, and then I'm going to share with you the results. So I finished. These are the fragrances that I consider a lifer. Not a big selection, as you can see. Some are doubles because, for example, these are the same fragrance. So this is just a vintage and this is a new one. The same goes for Pivot Suzu. This is just a limited edition, with the pearly effect. So it's the same. So let's see how many fragrances I have. I have 14 fragrances. So not very bad. I thought I would pick up 12. I picked up 14. So these are the lifers. These were the fragrances that sparked joy in my life. If you want more details on each fragrance that I picked, I will do a dedicated video, and when I upload it, I will leave it linked in the description down below and in the eye up there. Now I will go again through the fragrances and choose the ones that I am going to declutter. Let's put this one aside. Here are the fragrances that I will declutter. And actually, I would have even selected more, but some of them are fragrances that still I have to feature in a comparison video or something like that. So I'm going to tell you about them now. Like for example, Eclat de Fleuve from Lanvin. It's very similar or a dupe, you can consider it, to Chanel Chance au Tendre. I already prepared for a comparison video between the two, but still I did not film it, so I need the bottle for now. The same goes for Mercedes-Benz, because I want to speak about unisex fragrances or men fragrances that women can wear. So although it's totally unisex, and I can see why it's a favorite of a lot of women and men actually, equally, it's not really my vibe. So that would have also been decluttered. Same goes for Tresar's Red. And also Le Beau. I actually don't like this fragrance at all, but it is definitely a unisex fragrance. Also L'Homme Idéal Cologne. Oh my god, I did a lot of mistakes. I'm also keeping these two for a future video. I am still waiting on La Belle Fleur Terrible, the new flanker of La Belle, and afterward I will declutter also this one. The same goes for Casablanca from Swiss Arabian, a dupe of La danza delle libellule from 1942. I still want to do a comparison video, so I am keeping Casablanca for that reason. After doing the review of Very Good Girl Glam, I will have to choose one of them because for me they are redundant. They are not similar fragrances, but I don't need both of them in my collection. Then there are fragrances that are quite new to my collection, so although for now I feel like I don't want to keep them, I still have to play with them and give them a fair chance. That goes for Dolce Garden, Dolce Rosa Excelsia, L'Herbolario Sfumature di Dahlia, Gucci Flora Eau de Toilette, Amo Ferragamo per lei, Queer Amethyst from Armani, and Santal Royal from Guerlain. And also this one, Burberry Blush. So these are fragrances that are quite new to my collection. I didn't play enough with them to decide if I want to keep them or not. Most probably they will be decluttered in a future video. So let me take this away. So these would be the fragrances that I will keep. For organization purposes, I will film first a video, the video where I go through the fragrances that spark joy into my heart. Then another video where I share the declutters and why I decided that. And then return and speak about the fragrances that are left. So here is everything, my whole collection that I am keeping. As I said, some I want to declutter, but I am keeping them for review, and some I am keeping because I still didn't play enough with them to figure out if I want to declutter them or not. I actually, while I was rearranging everything, decluttered more fragrances. Look at these. All these are fragrances that I don't want anymore. Quite a lot. Anyway, let's go through the fragrances that I'm keeping. I did not declutter any of Juliette Hazegan. Love them all. Also Acqua di Parma. Also Parfum de Marly are here. The Memo fragrances, also the travel size are all here. Of course, La Danza delle Libellule, Amouage Honor, Inicio Blessed Baraka, Erin Hibiscus Palm, Atelier Tresor, Rouge Sarai, or here. Casablanca, Swiss Arabian, I am keeping only for a future video. The Serge Lutens Chergui I still have to play with, and I'm keeping Amber Sultan for a future video. Then, of course, we have Jo Malone is here. Atelier Cologne, I decluttered Matcha Meditation. All the private collection from Christian Dior is intact. Sotoba Color, Fave Delicieuse, Jasmin des Anges, Eden Rock, Vanilla Diorama, and Gris Dior are all here. The new Miss Dior I still have to play with. Both Poison fragrances I am keeping. I decluttered J'adore Infinissime. I never wore it. Although it's a beautiful fragrance, I never wore it, so I decluttered it. I also decluttered the new Lancome Intense, La Nuit Tresor Intense. Here we have all the Lancome, Maison Lancome fragrances, or intact. Same goes for the Armani Privé. Of course, Armani Privé is my absolute favorite one. I don't know, is it Armani Privé or Christian Dior? I would say Armani Privé is definitely my favorite private collection, and then Christian Dior. Then we have our Tom Fords. I'm keeping all of them again. The Jean Paul Gaultier's, as I said, this one I'm keeping only for a future video. Narciso Rodriguez, I decluttered the Pure Musc and also the flanker of Ambre. Chanel, I decluttered a few. I also decluttered 2 of the Nomade fragrances. From Dolce & Gabbana, I have this one I really like, as well as Dolce Peony. These 2 I still have to play with. Of course, my light blue is stable in my collection, as well as the light blue Forever. But also I love this one. Of course, the Michael Kors. Both of them I'm keeping. This one I still have to play with. I, shockingly, again, decluttered all à l'interdit, except of the Rouge one. But I want to get the intense one. The 2 Irresistible Pradas, I love both of them. Then from Guerlain, this one I am keeping because I want to play with. Love L'Homme Idéal Extrême, amazing fragrance. Of course, my Mandarin Basilic. Santa Royale I want to play with. Gucci Flora de Toilette, also a new fragrance in my collection, so I want to play with it more. I'm not going to get rid of Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum. Amazing one. Also these 2 from Bulgari, the Magnifying Bergamot and Acqua Divina. My 2 Burberrys. 2 of the Roberto Cavallis are gone, so I am left with Paradiso Azzurro and Paradiso, the original one. From L'Herbolario, I'm keeping definitely Camellia, and Harris is just an amazing fragrance and so affordable. This one I still have to play with. This one I am keeping for a future video. Also these 2 I am keeping both of them, although one of them is going to be decluttered, but I'm not sure which one. Valentino Donna Born in Roma. Also this one is a stable in my collection. Beautiful, sexy, blackcurrant fragrance. A Drop the Easy, of course, is there. Amo Ferragamo per Lei, still I have to play with. This one I am currently obsessed with this one. This is Cartier Carat. It reminds me a little bit of this one, A Drop the Easy. Not that they are similar, but they have the same vibe. So a very delicate feminine fragrance with flowers that are a little bit unusual. So it's not rose, jasmine, and orange blossom. The Killian Boys, definitely I'm keeping. The Coca-Cola note here is just, I just love it. Also this one I'm keeping for a future video. This is Lanvin Eclat de Fleur. Vetiver Pamplemousse, of course, I love this one. Trussardi, again for a video. This one I am keeping anyway. This one and L'Homme Idéal Extrême are 2 men fragrances that, I don't know, I am totally obsessed with. Alien Flora Futura, I think it's called, I am keeping because I need it for a future video. Also the Mercedes-Benz one. Of course, Moschino, I love. I mean, I hate the bottle so much, but the fragrance itself is just amazing, and it's very cheap. So for a summer fragrance and for out of the shower, if you want to feel fresh, you can't go wrong with it. The Kayali Vanilla, I don't like it as a fragrance in itself. I bought it and I am keeping it for layering purposes. This one, as you can see, I finished half the bottle. I only use this for after the shower. It's not a fragrance that I use on other occasions. This is new, so I still have to play with, but I think I am going to keep it. A strawberry, raspberry, fruity, beanie rose fragrance. So these are all the fragrances. So now I will count them, and definitely these are too much, but anyway, I will count them and see. So I am left with 140 fragrances. I realized that I did a mistake and I counted 2 fragrances that are doubles as an individual fragrances. So Coco Eau de Parfum and Pivot Suzu. So my initial collection was 178 to be precise, and I'm left now with 140. So I decluttered 38 fragrances. I actually thought that I am going to declutter even more. So yeah, that was quite interesting. Of course, no one needs 140 fragrances, and as I said, some are definitely going to be decluttered. There is no doubt about it. And some I am keeping, I don't know, because I can't part away with the bottle, you know, silly stuff. So I would say if I wasn't a YouTuber and even not applying the Konmari method, my collection would be half. I'm pretty sure of that. So like 70 bottles, something like that. Not that everybody needs 70 bottles. I'm just extra, and because it's a passion of mine, so no one needs so many fragrances. So now I have to put all these fragrances, or find a place for all these fragrances. I have to figure out a way to organize them and at the same time to be aesthetically pleasing to my eye, because this is very important to me. Anyway, stay tuned for the video where I will show you the decluttered fragrances and why I decluttered them, because definitely not all of them are bad fragrances. So if you want to see that, then definitely don't forget to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload that video. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao.